welcome everyone to this webinar, which is dedicated to the help materials in the two clearinghouses, the BiosafetyClearing-House and the ABSClearing-House. Why did we combine these two clearinghouses together? Well, because the help materials are very similar in both clearinghouses. Practically, they're the same, and they can be found in the same places. But before we begin, let us introduce ourselves. This webinar has been organized by the Biosafety and the ABS units of the Secretariat. So let us introduce ourselves. My name is Anastasia Bilaeva. I work as the Program Management Assistant for the BiosafetyClearing-House in the Secretariat. And now I'm going to pass the floor to my colleagues. Gisela, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Gisela Talamas, and I am the Program Management Assistant for the ABS Clearinghouse. So we're happy that you all joined this webinar.
Thank you. Blaise? Are you online? Yes.
Hi, good morning. My name is Blaise Fonseca. I'm a software engineer, and I'm responsible for developing the ABS and Biosafety Clearinghouse. Thank you.
So Blaise is the most important person. We have another colleague, Matt Diaz, who is the program officer for the ABS Clearinghouse. Unfortunately, right now he hasn't joined yet because he's in another meeting, but he will be joined later on, and he will participate in the webinar as well. So before we begin, a few housekeeping rules. The presentation will last about 40 minutes, more or less. And then at the end of the presentation, we will answer any questions that you may have. Already during the webinar, you can use the two icons that you see on the top of your screen, chat, or you can use the Q&A, questions and answers icon. And you can use these features to type your questions. We will monitor them, and we might respond already to you during the presentation, or we will make sure to respond right after at the end. If you are more comfortable in asking your questions live, then simply click on the hand, the raised icon. This will allow you to raise your hand, and then at the end of the webinar, we will enable your microphone or camera if you wish, and we will allow you to ask your question live. So the webinar is being recorded, and the recording of this webinar will be available and will be posted in both clearinghouses. So let's start. If there are no questions, let's start the webinar. And let me check if there are any questions. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen right now, and I'm going to turn off my camera, and then we will proceed with the live demonstration of where you can find help materials in the clearinghouse. So let me turn off my camera, and now I'm going to share my screen. Okay, can one of my colleagues confirm that they can see the screen?
Yes, they can see it.
It's fine? Okay. So what you see in front of you is the Biosafety Clearing-House, and during the presentation, I'm going to be switching between the BCH and the ABS Clearing-House, like this. Okay, so we'll use both clearinghouses to show you where the help materials can be found. We worked very hard on making these help materials, so thank you very much for joining us, and we're happy to share this information with you. So the obvious place where you go to find help in the clearinghouses is this help menu right here. It's located on the BCH, it's right here. In the ABS Clearinghouse, it's also in the same place. So this is where you need to go. In the BCH Clearinghouse, when you click on the help menu itself, on the actual menu, let's click on it, you will see this article that actually summarizes all the help tools that are available in the clearinghouse. So they're all listed here. And these are the help tools that we will cover in this live demonstration. So they are knowledge base, frequently asked questions. Then we're going to talk about contextual help, tours, virtual learning environment VLE. This is specific only to BCH, chat, and the training site. So they're all listed here. And next to each of them, there is a short video that actually describes where they can be found and what they are all about. So you don't need to take any notes during this webinar. At the end, at your own convenience, you just can click on the video, just click on the title. It's a YouTube video, and you can watch this video anytime you wish. So some of these help materials like knowledge-based frequently asked questions are visible through the help menu. So just put your cursor over the drop-down arrow and you will see them. See, you see knowledge base, FAQs, training materials, training site, and the last one is contact us. So some of them are visible right through this menu. They appear as sub-menus. Let's go to the ABSClearing-House. And the ABSClearing-House is the same thing. If you put your cursor over the drop-down arrow, you'll see the sub-menus, and you also see knowledge base, frequently asked questions, training site, and contact us. So let's go to the BCH. So let's start by looking at the help materials that are visible. So let's start by looking at these sub-menus. Let's click on knowledge base. So what is knowledge base? Knowledge base, when you click on knowledge base, the BCH, in this case, BCH knowledge base, landing page opens, and this is the main web page where you can find all help articles about the clearinghouse. You will find here information about the clearinghouse, what it's for, what it's all about, and you will find information that will help you perform various actions in the clearinghouse, submit records, search for information, and so on and so forth. The information on this page, as you can see, is organized by categories to make the navigation easier. So the first category C are announcements. These are the announcements that you see on the homepage. They're also summarized here. You can view all of them if you wish by clicking View More. Announcements is the only section that is not translated into other UN languages. All other sections, all other articles have already been translated in all 5 other UN languages, and they are available in those languages. So let's look at some of these categories. I'm not going to go through all of them, but just a few of them. If you're new to the BCH, or even if you're not new to the clearinghouse, we advise you to go through this page and look briefly through these articles, because we believe that you will find a lot of useful information that will help you learn about the clearinghouse. And if you know how to perform various actions, you might find information that you didn't know. So the About section, you see the articles already, some here, which you can click on the article, and you see this is the text. So this article explains about BCH. You just click back to go back. Or you can click, these are just a few articles that are shown here, but there may be more. So to see all of them that pertain to the section called About, you can either click on About or View More. And you will see all the articles that are associated with this section. And the number here shows how many articles there are. So there are 7 articles associated with the section About. And you can look through them and you can find all kinds of information here. Now let's go back. Getting started is a very important section. This is basically a section that tells you about how to create an account if you are not a focal point. If you're a regular user and you do not have an account, how to change your password, what type of information can be found in the BCH. For example, this article, if you open it, you see it describes who are national users, who are general registered users, what's the difference between them. The same article is available in the ABSClearing-House, and so on and so forth. Important to note here that if you see video indicated next to the article in brackets and parentheses, it means that this article also contains a video. So let's click on it. So who are national authorized users? So when you open this article, you have the text, which you can read, and that could be enough. But there's also a video. So if you like watching videos, the video, it's a YouTube video. In this case, this one is a 5-minute video that describes basically what is written here and shows you live how to perform these actions. So let's just click on getting started. You can see there are 8 articles that have a lot of information here. Here's about how to change your password. Let's see, BCH national focal points, in this case, who they are and how they're nominated. Now let's go just a few more sections. Other 2 sections that are very, very important are submitting information, finding information. Basically, submitting information sections gives you all information about what actions you can perform and how to perform it in the submit interface here. This is where you submit information or publish it if you're a BCH focal point, national records or reference records. And here you can find, for example, let's click on this article, how to submit and publish records in the clearinghouse. So this article tells you, describes the difference between national records and how to submit them and who can submit them. And you even have 2 videos that are geared to BCH focal points, and this one is geared to national authorized users. And you have a section about reference records that describes what they are, and there's a video here that you can watch if you wish. So if we click on submitting information, you can see there's 21 articles associated with this section. And you can use the arrows here at the bottom to scroll through the articles, or just look at the number, click on the article, and you see the article opens up. So let's go back. And the same, finding information. This is all about the search interface, what you can do in the search interface. Let's click on it. There are 18 articles here. Also, have a look through them. There are different different descriptions. What are global filters? What are sub-filters? You know that you can search by record ID. How do you do that? So there's for example, there's instructions in the form of a text, but there's also a video. So many types of information you can find. Let's go back to the landing page. And you have other categories of information. These are specific to BCH on the LMO, genetic elements, organisms, and about interoperability. There's about IAC and getting help. Let's just go to the ABSClearing-House. Let's click on knowledge base here. And you can see that in ABSClearing-House, the landing page looks very similar, and information is also organized by category. So you have announcements, and you have the about section, you have getting started, you have finding information, submitting, and other sections, which are specific to the ABS clearinghouse. And the information, so the knowledge base functions the same way. Now, important thing to note that when you click on About, this menu in the clearinghouse, it also opens the knowledge base. So knowledge base can be accessed from 2 places, by clicking on knowledge base submenu and by clicking on About. The same in the BiosafetyClearing-House. Let's go up. Let me go to home page. So if I click on About, it's the same thing. You will access the knowledge base. Now let's go next to the next help tool, FAQs. Well, they're frequently asked questions. Let's click on them. When you click on that, you get the frequently asked questions page. They are what they are. These here, you will find articles that are actually also available in knowledge base. But here we just put only the articles that we think are more common, that answer questions that are most commonly asked by people, by users. And in here, for example, in BCH, we have 39 articles. FAQs are also shown here. And if you go to knowledge base, you also see the most commonly, some of them, not all 39, but some of them you see on the right side. So let's go back to FAQs. And again, if there's a video in parentheses, it means there's also a video that describes the answer. So to open this FAQ, simply click on the down arrow, there it is, or to close it, click on it again. You can click on this symbol and it will open the frequently asked question page, see it in a new window. This. Okay, in the ABS Clearinghouse, if we click on FAQs, you get the same page, and actually you have 58 FAQs here. So you can go through them by clicking on the arrows below or on the numbers below. So let's go back to the BCH. Now, the next help tool, the option, that we see in the drop-down menu is training materials. Now, this is the only difference between ABCH and ABS Clearinghouse. When you go to ABS Clearinghouse, you will not see this option. Why? What does it mean? Well, remember I talked about virtual learning environment. So when you click on training materials, let's do so. This website opens, which is managed and maintained not by the Secretariat, but by the UNEP-JEF BCH3 project team. So this is called the Virtual Learning Environment website, VLE. This is the address. The UNEP-JEF project team is organized a lot of workshops all around the world dedicated to the Biosafety Clearinghouse. They created a lot of training materials, including videos, and their training materials are available in all UN languages. And this is the page where you can access their training information. You can access the webinars that they've held, the actual meetings that they've held, and the materials, presentations that were made for those meetings. The best way to have access to all this information is to log in. If you do not have an account, just create an account. Simply click here, create new account, and you'll be able to create an account. And when you access the main page, you will discover a wealth of information. So we advise you to explore this website. Now, next option is the training site. So the training site can be accessed again through here, and in ABS, you can also access this through here. So let me go to the BCH. So what is the training site? Let's click on it. When you click on the training site, this page opens, which clearly says training. So this site is a mirror copy of the BCH in this case, and in the ABS Clearinghouse, it's the mirror copy website of the ABS Clearinghouse. On this website, what's the purpose of it? On this website, you can perform various actions like submitting, editing, deleting records in training mode. The actions you perform on this website will not affect the main clearinghouse website, so you are safe. In fact, let's go to the search interface. You will see that in BCH, there are already like 465 records because this training site was shared, already used by many users, and you'll see all types of information. Of course, information here is not real, but it doesn't matter. This is a training site. Let's go to the submit interface. In the submit, so why would you use this training site? You can use this training site for your own purposes to practice submitting, deleting information in the BCH, or for training purposes. Let's say you are organizing a workshop and you want to train your colleagues, or you want to train a specific colleague. When you access the training site, by default, on your dashboard, you will only see reference records. You will not see national records. But, and that's what this phrase here, this paragraph here explains to you. But no worries, just simply send us an email to this email over here, or in the BCH ABS Clearinghouse. Let's go to the training site. Let's go to submit. See, here I see only reference records. I'm a regular user. So I'm a publishing authority, but by default, I see only reference records. So I want to have access to national records. So I need to write to this email over here. So email us and we will give you access to the national records. No worries. You don't have to be a focal point to have access to those records. Anybody can have it, but just please note that this access will apply to the training site only. And you can perform various actions here. In the BCH, you can also, if you click here, you can also use some accounts that are predefined. They've already been created. They've been used in various workshops. So if you wish, you can use these accounts, but we recommend that you use your own. So this is what the training site is about. And to leave the training site, let's click here, leave training site. And then you're back on the main site. And again, let's click on this menu. The training site here, there's a video that explains what I just showed you, but even more. The last option in the drop-down menu is Contact Us. Well, contact us, it is what it is. It's just our contact information. So let's go click on the help menu and let's look at other help materials. So the other help materials that are not visible from the drop-down menu are contextual help, tours, and chat. So let's start with tours. What are they? Tours are slides. They're virtual slides that are available on a few pages. Let's go to the ABS and I'll show you, I'll use the ABSClearing-House to show you where they are. I'm going to leave the training site. They are located in the same places in both clearinghouse. So the first one, the very obvious one, is located on the search interface. So if you go to the search interface, over here, you see Take Search Tour. So let's click on this button. And you see this window pops up. This is the first slide. It welcomes you to the search page. And then when you click Next, you get another slide that moved. And now it points to this free text search box and explains to you briefly what this text is about. So these are virtual slides that move and point to different sections of the website, of the page you're on, and describe their functionalities. So let's finish the slide. Let's see where it takes us. So click on Next. You see it moved. Now it describes global filters. Now the slide moves and points to each global filter and describes briefly its function. If you want to go to back to the previous slide, simply click on Previous. If you don't want to watch anymore, just click on Close. That closes the slideshow. So let's quickly go through this slide. You see it moves. It explains different areas, for example, subfilters. Now it describes what these options are all about. The description is very brief, but you can find a more detailed description in the knowledge base. There are articles that describe all these features, view, the type of use you can have, the sorting, the sharing, the export feature. So there you go. At the end, just click, when you come to the end, simply click on Finish. So this is the first tour. The other tour you can find on Country Profiles page. So let's click on Country Profiles page. And the tour is located right here. The Country Profiles page looks the same in both clearinghouses. Of course, the only difference is the content. So if you click on the tour here, so it will, again, you get the slideshow, the slides move and point to different sections. And let me show you BCH. Now we're in BCH. Let's click on Country Profiles. You see that the page looks very similar and the tour is right here. So it's the same tour. So the location of the tours is the same in both clearinghouses. And another area where you can find these tours is the Submit interface. So let's go to the Submit interface. This is your dashboard. Well, this is my dashboard. And there's a tour right here. Take Dashboard Tour. So if you click on it, This is the slideshow, virtual slideshow that will explain the dashboard and its different features. For example, what are all these columns all about? What are these icons all about? See? So that's a dashboard tour. If you click another place where you can find a tour, if you click on the record type, you get this summary of records page. So this, I clicked on IRCC, so I see all the RCCCs. There's 2 of them now in draft mode. So there is a take tour button here. So click on take tour. And this is the slideshow that will explain this specific page. When you add a record or edit a record, let's click on add new. See, let's say, and you want to add, in this case, let's say an RCC record. There is a take tour button here. So if you click on this take tour button, you'll see another slideshow that will explain the submission process, and it will point to different sections of this submission form. So again, click on next. As you can see, the slides move and they point to various sections of this form and explain briefly what they are. So this is all about the tours. That's where they are located. They're located in search, in submit, and on country profiles page. And the location in both clearinghouses is the same. Okay, let's go back to the BCH. Let's click on help menu again. Now let's talk about chat. What is chat? The next help tool. And instead of me describing to you what it is, let's watch this video, okay, about the chat. So I'm going to play this video. To play it, just click on this chat button right here. But for the purposes of this webinar, I am going to just play it from this side. So let me mute myself and I will start the video. Another interesting help tool is the chat, which can be accessed by clicking on the question mark icon located at the bottom right corner, right here. You can use this feature to chat with us directly online. Simply click on the icon, click on New Conversation, and type your message in the box below. Once finished, click on this symbol or simply press Enter. We will make sure to respond to you as soon as possible. In fact, if we are online, you may receive a response from us instantly, like this. And you can continue chatting with us. To close the chat, simply click on the Close button. The response might also be sent to you later. In that case, the next time you open the Clearinghouse website, in this case the BCH, on the same browser, the question mark icon will display a red circle with a number inside it. The number indicates the number of replies you received, in this case 1. Click on the question mark to view the reply. You can continue chatting with us further if you wish. Thank you. Okay, so that's the video about the chat. Now, the last help material that I want to talk about is contextual help. What is contextual help? Where can it be accessed? Well, contextual help can be accessed by clicking on the question mark symbol right here. Let's go to search and click on the question mark here. Once I click on the question mark, this pane appears on the right side. This pane, this section, contains all help articles that are basically can also be found in the knowledge base. They're the same articles, but here you will see articles that pertain to the page you're on, that will help you perform actions associated with the page you're on, in this case, search. So they all appear here, and you can open them by simply clicking on the article like this. See, And the beauty, the article opens and you can read it. There's a video. The video, if you click on the video, it will open, of course, in a new tab because it's a YouTube video, but you can also just read the text. And the beauty of the contextual help, what's convenient about it is that you're still on the same page. You're not kicked out. So, for example, you can perform your actions. For example, how do I use the date filter? You can read the instructions, you can read the text and perform the actions at the same time. The contextual help pane remains. You can also use this free text search box, excuse me, to search for any article in a knowledge base. Or if you don't see the article that you're looking for, you can type the question here. But please note that at the moment, this search free box, we're still working on it. It's not very advanced. We're working on making it more advanced. So the way it works, just type one word, one keyword. For example, I want to know how to share search results. So type the word share and see the articles. And now the contextual pane shows me all the articles that have the keyword share in it. So this is the article I need. I click on it and I see the information. Basically, this article will explain to me this feature here, the share. Let me show you another place. For example, you're in Submit interface. I'm in a Submit. I'm logged in as a BCH National Focal Point. I know that I have to use user management to nominate a national authorized user, but how do I do that? I don't quite understand this page. Well, click on the question mark here. I mean, you can go to knowledge base and find the article there. That's another option. But if you want to stay on the same page, just click on this question mark and see you have two articles here about national authorized users. So let's click on it. So see, this article explains to me the user management page and how to designate a national authorized user. And I can perform my actions and keep the article open if I wish to do so. To close the contextual help, simply click on the close button right here. Let's just go to the ABSClearing-House. For example, I'm in a submit and I want to add a new record, an IRCC record, for example. I'm in the submission form. Let's click on the question mark here. And here I will find articles that will help me understand the submission form, how to perform various actions. For example, do you know that you can share when you click the save draft message? Two other buttons appear and you can actually share your draft records. So you can find an article here that, here it is, that talks about that and explains how that works. And you can find many other help articles here as well. So let's close this. So let's go back finally, let's go back to the BCH. Let's go back to the help. Finally, what I want to draw your attention to is when you click in BCH on this menu, you see all the help materials are summarized here. But if you scroll down, you will see this link, other help videos. So if you click on this, remember I told you that in knowledge base, if you see a video in parentheses next to the title of the message, that means that there's a video available. You can find them in those help articles, but all the videos are also summarized here. You can, if you just want to watch the video, you can go to this page and you will find them here. And they are organized by category. So here you have videos associated with the help section. Here you will find all the videos associated with the submit interface, and they describe how to perform various functions in the submit interface. Here you will have search, everything associated with search. As you can see, there's a lot of interesting information. We even have a matrix video, so watch that and find out. That's a very interesting tool in the search interface. So I encourage you to watch that movie here in the clearinghouse. Then you have this section called webinars and forums. Forums, these are videos associated with the forums that are available, hosted by the BCH. They're right here. But what I want to also point your attention is to this section, webinars. If you click here, this will take you to the page where all the webinars that we have organized on the two clearinghouses are posted. And the video of this webinar will be posted here as well. And we encourage you to watch these videos because we already organized, for example, this video it's a very good, informative video about the search interface. It describes all its various features and functions and gives you examples how to search. This video describes the submit interface, the dashboard, how to submit records, what is a workflow process between various users, how to use the user management, what are email alerts. This video here, this is specific to BCH because in this video, we present scientific records in the BCH. And the last thing, if you go to knowledge base, when you go to the last section here, getting help, if you click on it, you see you have 8 articles. You will also find the articles that I just showed you on this page. So if you want to look for the videos, click here. And here's the article with the compilation of all the videos. Webinars, click here, and this is the page with the webinar. So see, you can access these pages from different locations. Here's the training site. Where can I find help? Using BCH. So this is the article that I showed you that's accessible through the help menu. And in the ABSClearing-House, it's the same thing. If we go to knowledge base and we go down to, I think, need help, you will also find all the information. Here's the video. So it points to the same page with the webinars because it's common to both clearinghouses. They have a step-by-step guide, so you can access it from here. And what kind of help is available in ABSClearing-House? They also have an article that summarizes all the help tools that are available in the ABSClearing-House. So that's it for my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. I'm going to stop sharing the screen, and I'm going to ask my colleagues from the ABS team to add anything if they wish to add. The floor is open. The floor is yours. Matt, Gisela?
Thanks, Anastasia. No, I joined a little bit later. Sorry about that, but thanks very much for covering the BCH as well as the features and the help on the ABS Clearinghouse. I don't have anything really to add except that the whole knowledge base is something that is a work in progress. I mean, it's something that we're always trying to improve and add more help articles based on different questions that we get through the email, from webinars like this. We try to improve it. So it's something that's always going to be evolving. So I don't have anything else to add, except I'm happy to answer any questions that any of the participants may have.
Yes, and also just to mention that these help tools, and including the tours, they have been translated into other UN languages. So if you switch the language of the application, you will see that they're available in your respective language.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah. So any questions? Please, you can type your question using the chat icon or Q&A, or click on the raise your hand icon, and we will enable your microphone if you wish to say a few words and ask a question live. Oh, we do have, Joseph.
Josephine, sorry.
Joseph, is it Josephine? I'm sorry. Okay, I think I need to make you allow mic. Oh yeah, your mic is enabled. And your camera too. Go ahead. Is it? Hold on a second. Allow? I think it's allowed. Let me see.
I think you have to disable enable your mic, but I think she will be allowed to. If you can't, perhaps you can type it in.
Okay, there it is. It's the mic is on. Josephine?
Josephine, I think you have to unmute yourself.
Unmute myself.
No, Josephine.
Josephine, click on the microphone button on the top right corner of your screen. I'm going to make you a presenter, okay? Okay, go ahead, Josephine.
Maybe you could also try typing in your question if you're having trouble with your microphone. And for anyone else who has questions, please type them in to the chat.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
Yes, we can hear you. Oh, great.
I'm glad to be with you here, and I'm also glad to receive you to be in this webinar. I want to find out. I came through agriculture. I came from agriculture through forestry to national biosafety. And my years here, I've tried to be integrated into BCH, anything. It's not been possible, very technical, very difficult. Now you're talking about ABS, Assets and Benefit Sharing, also, and the BCH, BiosafetyClearing-House. Yeah, what are we significantly talking about? Assets and benefit sharing, and where do I intend to benefit from this training?
So maybe I can try to start to answer that. Yeah, these are like substantively very complicated topics, both biosafety and ABS. There's a lot of information about like the substance. And today we were just talking about how to find help and resources to use the clearinghouses and some common frequently asked questions and things like that about the different protocols. So this is where on the clearinghouse you can start your to explore information about these protocols as well as how to use the clearinghouses. So it's not necessarily, this is not a training about or a workshop about how to implement the protocols. It's more about how to use the help and resources that we have online.
Yes, and if I may add, let me just share my screen again. So if you go to the knowledge base, for example, of the BiosafetyClearing-House, in the About section, you will find an article not only about the BiosafetyClearing-House, but there's an article here that I want to draw your attention to. It's called Relationship Between the Three Clearinghouses of the Convention. There are three clearinghouses, CHM, ABS, and BCH. So this article gives you some explanation, the difference between them, and links to where you can find more information. The same article is available in the ABS clearinghouse as well. So yes, as Matt pointed out, our goal today is just to talk about one specific item, the help tools of the clearinghouses. But if you have more questions, you can always contact us, and we will be happy to respond to your questions later on. Thank you.
If you have questions about, for example, implementation of the protocols, we also have in the search, we have capacity building material you can find there in the search. So that's another place to find more substantive information related to implementation, if that's what you're looking for.
Okay. Thank you.
I see there's a question. Sorry? Oh, pardon.
Yeah, no, thank you for your question.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm just looking at the chat. There is a question. In the submitting information section, what kind of information can be submitted here? Can be submitted there. Well, okay, let me share my screen and briefly show you. Okay, so I'm in the BCH clearinghouse. Let's go to submit. Okay, there are two types of information. This is the submit interface. This is in the dashboard. When you log in, you have to log into the submit interface. And when you log in, you see this dashboard. And depending what kind of user you are, if you're a focal point or national authorized users, you will see all what I'm seeing now. You will see national records and reference records and contacts. These are the type of records that users can find and submit in the BCH. If you're a regular user, you're not a national focal point or a publishing authority in ABSClearing-House case, then you will see only reference records. So national records can be submitted by every national users only. Reference records can be submitted by everybody, okay? Everybody. The difference is that these national records, they're controlled by governments. So BCH focal points and in the case of BCH websites, in ABS clearinghouse, I think, Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, it's ABS publishing authorities who have the right to publish these records in the clearinghouse. Reference records, there can be added by any registered user, but the request for publication comes to the secretariat, and we at the secretariat review them, validate them, and we are the ones who publish them. And these are different types of information. They're very specific to each clearinghouse. National records, like in BCH, it's decisions, it's laws, it's risk assessment records, common national authorities that deal with living modified organisms. Reference records are what they are, reference records, like library resources and other biosafety organizations and other types of information that you can find pertaining to the clearinghouse. And again, you can find this information in knowledge base. If you go to about and getting started, there is an article there that explains these different types of information that are available in the clearinghouse. And Matt, I'll pass the floor to you if you want to add anything about the ABS clearinghouse.
Not really. No, I think that what's important to know is that the clearinghouses work the same. They're national information that is the key information that parties are related to their obligations to implement the protocol. So it's information sharing obligations that are key information that is needed to implement the protocol, either the BCH protocol, the biosafety protocol, or the Nagoya protocol. So that's part of countries' parties' obligations. The national records are there to support as well. The reference records, as Anastasia said, are there to support the implementation, but they're more about, for example, capacity building information, as I mentioned before. And that can be submitted by anybody. So it's sort of all kind of stakeholders can submit that information, but the national information is verified, owned, and submitted by national governments. Any other questions?
Don't be shy. Ask them.
I think if you want to get started to understand about the Nagoya protocol and what information is available or what information is important to share, we have an e-learning course, and I would suggest that you take the Introduction to the Nagoya Protocol e-learning course. That provides a pretty comprehensive overview of some of the basic obligations of parties and the objectives of the protocol and other things. So.
Are there any other questions? We have about 9 minutes left.
Maybe I can just say one more thing. Like one of the things that I like about our knowledge-based system that we have set up is that its ability to evolve, really. So when you ask a question, for example, like the ones you have done here or in other meetings, we can always add them in to the knowledge base. It's a very simple way we have to sort of build up our knowledge base and organize information. So again, it's will be translated into the 6 UN languages, so it can be very useful. It's a very useful tool. So Yeah.
And of course, if you have any suggestions, comments on anything, the information you find, or you find that something is missing, you'd like to see more information about certain features of the two clearinghouse, please write to us. Go to the contact us section and write to us. We are welcome. We welcome all the suggestions, and because we want to, like Matt said, our aim is to constantly improve our help tools, our knowledge base, to make sure that they answer your needs. You are our main users, so all your suggestions are very, very welcome. Are there any more questions? Well, I guess if there are no more questions, we're gonna close this webinar. And Matt, do you have anything else to add, or it's
No, I was just.
it's okay?
No. Yeah, thanks very much, Anastasia.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody for participating. Thank you for attending this webinar, and please write to us with all your questions or maybe suggestions even for future webinars. And we'll see you next time. Let's see, there's a comment here. Oh, okay, sorry, I'm just seeing there's some comments coming in.
It's just thank you comment.
Thank you very much. Oh, there's a question for you, Matt. Where can we find the e-course for Nagoya Protocol?
Yeah. Well, you can go to the I'll send it to you, but you can find it in the knowledge base. If you look through it, you'll be able to find it. I'll post it right here.
You sent a link on the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay, looks like that's it. We're 5 minutes early, so that's good. Or bad, I don't know. Anyway, we're on time, so.
Great, okay.
All right, great. Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
Yep, have a good day. Thanks, Anastasia.
Have a good day. Bye.